chef and have a passion in anything Asian.
Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. My name is Rex de Guzman. I'm a chef and I want to teach you about Filipino cuisine and how to cook it.
It took 10 months to travel across Asia and hunt out some of the best regional dishes. I travelled across China, Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia and Hong Kong. I would love to share some of my learnings with you in my cook-along lives. Hi team, welcome back to another cook-along live. We are now in our 7th week and we are going to be cooking chicken adobo. Chicken adobo is a Filipino dish, and on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. I'm going to be joined by Chef Rex, and he is a Filipino chef and is a pioneer of Filipino cuisine within the UK. He started his own food truck here with Curb, so definitely check them out when we're all done with lockdown. Chicken adobo originates from the Philippines and it's really a balance between the salt and vinegar within there. Traditionally it's using palm or coconut vinegar, however I'm going to be using cider vinegar today because it's easier to get, and then you add soy sauce, and traditionally it was used to really preserve meat or vegetables, and but now we can just use it to really intensely flavour our dish. So I'm going to get started. First of all, you're going to need garlic. I'd use like a whole bulb of garlic, but I didn't quite have that today. So I'm just going to use 4 cloves, an onion. We're going to be using chicken drumsticks or chicken thighs. I'm going to be using chicken drumsticks here, but definitely have the bone in for this one. And then to flavour our stock, we're going to be using black peppercorns and bay leaves. Like I said before, the acid and the salt is going to come from cider vinegar, or if you can get hold of it, palm vinegar or coconut vinegar and soy sauce. Then on the garnish, I'm going to just garnish it with some coriander, some radish and spring onions. I'm going to serve this with some jasmine rice, and just, if you were using a whole garlic bulb, literally cut that off and add that to the pan. I'm going to be using some garlic cloves, so I've just peeled them a little bit. Add about 2 tablespoons of oil to the pan and then add your garlic, and we're going to brown that off quite nicely. I'm going to slice my onion now. What's really nice about this dish is really low prep, so in the meantime what you can do is weigh out some of your rice. It's going to be 1:1 rice to water, so and I'm going to wash that 3 times just to get the starch out of the rice. And add 200 grams of water. We're going to put the rice on a high heat to start off with. It's going to come up to the boil, then we're going to reduce the heat to a simmer and then pop a lid on it and then cook it until it's fully cooked. My garlic's lightly browned off now. I can add my onions. Toss those around, and we're going to caramelise these onions nicely. It's going to go back onto a medium heat. My onions have been caramelising for about 10 minutes. They're now nice and brown, and I'm going to add my chicken drumsticks to the pan, and we're going to want to caramelise. We're going to want to brown the skin on all the sides of the drumsticks or thighs. You can use thighs or drumsticks at this point. So it's going to go back onto a medium heat. Once the chicken's got a bit of a brown skin, just lightly coloured, I'm going to add quite a bit of vinegar. So it's going to be 3/4 of a cup. This is cider vinegar. If you can get palm or coconut vinegar, go with that. I couldn't. And that's just going to go back on the heat and come up to a boil. Cooked out, you can add your soy sauce. So I'm also going to add 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce. And that's now going to go on a low heat. And you can also to this add your bay leaves. I'm going to add 3 bay leaves and 6 peppercorns. That's going to really flavour the dish. So you can pop this on a low heat now with the lid on. So to this you can finally add your sugar, so it's just 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then that's going to be on the heat for about 30 minutes, just so it completely breaks down and cooks. Once your chicken is completely falling off the bone, you can remove it. Just pop it on a tray and we'll just rest that for a few minutes. And then we're going to reduce the sauce until it coats the back of a spoon. The sauce will take about 5 minutes for it to reduce until it coats the back of the spoon. The chicken's just going to rest up for about 5 minutes to draw in all that moisture again, and you should take your rice off and it should all be cooked and fluffy, and you've got your garnish right here ready. I'm just going to plate up while my sauce is reducing. I'm going to add the rice to one side. You could even stir through some coriander through it. Sauce is on a medium to high heat. I can pop on my drumsticks. Gonna glaze the chicken up. So that's you. So I'm going to garnish it with a bit of coriander, just probably over the rice. And a few spring onions and radish. Cool, and that is chicken adobo. So, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope you followed along. The recipe is on my Instagram page on my grid, and if you missed anything, and I hope you can join us on Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you at 6:30 with Rex.